That's actually a really good segue to one of the topics I
Mhm.
wanted to talk to you about later, but we'll get into it now.
Okay.
You wrote a post maybe a month ago, month and a half, called "The First Female President."
Mhm.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about that, what that post was about, and then what do you think 48 years of Trump, what kind of effects do you think will have on the United States culturally?
Um, well, the first female president was a post that I wrote, and actually I reposted it on Medium just recently as well.
Okay.
Um, but I decided that I was going to lay off politics as much as I possibly could, although I did talk with Christian before, but I was going to lay off politics as much as I could to see, how all the cards would shake out for the election. However, back in the late 2015, early 2016, I made a tweet saying that this election will be based primarily on red pill principles that guys in the manosphere have been talking about for decades now. And what I meant by that is that the the personality that is Donald Trump and the personality that is Hillary Clinton are both brands, and they're brands that we've been very conscious of for a long time. But they're more than just that. They are the effigies and the embodiments of masculinity and the reaction to that. I don't want to say femininity because there's nothing feminine about Hillary Clinton, but it's the he versus she, and it's the struggle once again between whose vision is going to be the one that sets the course for the country. Okay, whose vision is it going to be a he vision, or is it going to be a she vision?
Yeah.
And we saw this come out during the election, but we're also seeing more of it sort of echo right now in that the idea is that the future is female. Now, that to me is not has nothing to do with equality. It has nothing to do with egalitarianism. It has everything
That's
to do
that's
with
bold-faced.
yeah, it's female supremacism.
Yeah, it's
And
bold-faced too, right out in the open.
and and so when we were going through that cycle, and this is what I wrote the post about, was that it was less about who they were as people and more about who they represented, or the personifications of he and she. And
By the way, guys, for those listening, he's referring to a short, I think, video that Hillary Clinton produced a few months ago.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it was the
female.
future is female. In fact, I'm seeing that a lot in the femisphere, where it's the future is female. And if you go and you look at what happened with the Women's March back in January, or you see the one that happened in March for the Women's Day March,
Yep.
or even just recently on the Earth Day, it was the March for Science, which is really the March for Women.
Yep.
And you look at that and you see just how upset these women were, and just how upset they are that there's not the first female president. And Hillary was the embodiment of what they expected. They expected her to win. They expected the first female president. They didn't care, who it was. They didn't care that maybe she has some kind of Parkinson's disease. They didn't care anything about any of that. They just wanted the first female
Well,
president.
clearly she had a 98% chance of winning. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's another thing is that is the degree of certainty they were that she was going to win.
yeah,
And what was it like? When she was, and during her campaign, when she was trying to appeal to male voters, she comes out with "I'm with her," or "he for she," or what was the other one?
I think he for she was a
He
whole.
for she was our I'm with her, and we're
Yeah,
still seeing that right now. I'm with her, but we're gonna reheat that and pretend like we're talking about Mother Earth. I'm with
yeah.
her, but it's not. It's about suddenly all of the veneer and all of the pretense gets stripped away because Donald Trump won and she lost. In fact, that was it. They during the campaign they were saying it's her turn. It's her turn. And they didn't mean Hillary Clinton's turn. They meant it's her turn, as in
Yep.
it's the woman, it's the female, it's the feminine imperative's turn to run the country. And that's what they sincerely believed. That's what they still believe right now. And again, that also goes back once again, all the way back to, who is going to set the course for for a feminine primary society. And that's really what their nervousness and their insecurity and their just blanket fear is that they won't have a say, that they, I mean, it's impossible for them not to, but the fear is that that Donald Trump, the he, is going to change everything for the she.